So, Chapter 3.
This has become something of a habit, has it not? Once more, Neverwinter is threatened, and once more you are called upon to save us all.
I believe the word you are going for there is repetitive.
Yet this time you will be reporting directly to me. With Erebeth's defection, Lord Nasher has elevated me from the role of spy master to that of his right hand. To be honest, I much prefer to stay in the shadows. Yet Neverwinter has need of me, so I will serve without complaint.
Let's get down to business.
Of course. I shall get right to the point. I have examined the reconnaissance reports of my operatives in the field, and the situation is grim indeed. The Luskan armies are marching against Neverwinter with Erebeth at their head, ravaging the land as they pass and leaving only destruction in their wake. Perhaps even more troubling are the reports of orcs and some of the Uthgard tribes joining Erebeth and the Luskan army to pillage and plunder.
So, what do you need from me?
It has not been easy to gather information on Magram's cult, but we know they are frantically searching for the ancient artifacts known as the Words of Power. Though we do not yet know what these words are, or why Magram desires them, we know there are at least 3 of these artifacts. You must find these ancient words before Magram does. If you do not, then I fear any victory by the Lord's Alliance will prove meaningless.
Any idea where I should start looking?
There are reports of Magram's followers searching throughout the land. The hills and mountains to the north, the forests to the west, even the sprawling farmlands to the south. I wish I had more guidance for you. Perhaps you can learn more from Lillian Cambridge, an expert on ancient artifacts who claims to have some knowledge of the Words of Power. Lillian has promised to offer whatever help she can to any of my agents in this matter. You could probably find her in the tavern in the southeast corner of the camp. I know this may seem an impossible task, but I can think of no other person I would rather have undertaking this mission than you.
Anything else?
I regret there is nothing more I can tell you. Even the little information I have already given came at great cost. Many of my best men and women gave their lives for it.
Many of my best bothans gave their lives for it. Okay. Fine, let's get going.
I wish you luck in your mission. The very survival of Neverwinter may depend on it.
And Griminal, let's go.
The fires of...
Are you any
Is
good?
there something you...
We'll probably get 3 levels. Well, at least 2. It's tied to level, his companion question. I have no idea what it could be though. Let's start
Is
by
there
asking.
something...
We're talking about Arabet for some reason. Okay. The Silent Lord is eager to feast upon the table Arabet has set for him, and while death gorges itself on the soldiers and civilians alike, I will be present to bear witness to my master's gluttony. You are a bloodthirsty man, criminal. You have a love of death and bloodshed that is rare outside our order. Yet even you cannot truly fathom the beauty of death or the mysteries of the Silent Lord. As a monk of the Long Death, I was subjected to rituals and ceremonies that brought a true appreciation for that which others fear in their ignorance. Torture, pain, suffering, and even death itself. These things are beautiful. Mm. I kill when I have to, but I doubt I'll ever see anything beautiful in it. You bring destruction wherever you go. Your motives may be good or evil, but that makes no difference. Death is forever by your side. The Silent Lord has placed his mark upon you. If I could share the experiences of my initiation, you might begin to glimpse some small hint of what death truly means. The only pure, absolute truth in an imperfect existence. So tell me about it. It's not the time. We are run as well. Drinking House, Mercenary Enclave, Temple of Tia, Nistart Cloak Enclave, Trading Post, Druid Grove, Uthgard Settlement. See the Mercenary Enclave.
I don't recognize you. And I thought I knew all the new recruits who've joined the Lord's Alliance.
My name is Brickkiller. I work for Aringen. Brickkiller? The same Brickkiller who saved Neverwinter from the plague. We could use a good man like you up on the battlefront. It's too bad Gand has you working on something else. You must have come in here to purchase some equipment, right? So, what can I interest you in? A good sword? A stout shield, perhaps? Or was there something else? Hmm. Okay, do you have anything else? Erin Gent put me in charge of training and equipping the troops battling the Luskan forces. Seems he's too busy searching for those words of power to bother with little things like a war. Normally I wouldn't complain, but this isn't exactly what I signed on for. We can't fight a war with no supplies. What are you talking about? It's those blasted orcish raiders. Every time we get a new supply line set up to battle to the battlefront, those damn bandits cut it off. An army's no good if they don't have a steady stream of supplies replenishing their stores. I tell you, if this keeps up, we might as well surrender to Luskan right now. Maybe I can help with the supply lines. Hey, I'll welcome any help I can get. I've already put out a bounty on the heads of the two most famous orc bandits in the region, Bath and Guzud. I figure if they both get taken out, the rest of the thieving scum will get the message and back up, offering 500 gold for each of them, payable upon delivery of their decapitated head. Any idea where I could start looking? You could try looking in the Coldwood to the northeast. That place has always had its share of bandits, and there were some reports of bandits around Fort Ilkar to the south. Other than that, I couldn't say. Finding them is the hard part. Well, that and killing them. What do you sell? +3 equipment. +2, +1. Nothing of interest. We're probably going to sell our stuff at the temple. They usually have the best prices, at least for us. I'm sure there are a lot of side quests we can pick up here. I don't want to at the moment, really.
Hail to ye!
Ah, greetings, Prick. It's me, Nurex, remember? I was serving in Tyr's church in Port last until Aringend asked me to come. and oversee this temple here in Beruna as well. I remember you. I'm surprised you remember. What with everything on your mind? The Luskan cult? Haribes betrayal? Why, that's enough to make someone forget their own name. To be honest, I almost didn't recognize you. Great hero of Neverwinter. I'm struggling with a problem that's had me a little out of sorts lately. Uh, well, tell me about it. It's a very delicate matter. Recently, an Ulfgard tribesman named Rolgan killed one of the Lord's Alliance soldiers. He claims it was self-defense, and I have given him sanctuary here to save him from the vengeance of the soldier's friends. But Rolgan cannot stay in the temple forever. I'm trying to arrange a fair trial for the young man, but his Uthgard friends are unfamiliar with our justice system, and none of the Lord's Alliance mercenaries wants to defend him during the trial. I can do it for a price. Those who serve the cause of justice will be well rewarded, if not by Tyr himself, then at least by the just gods priests. If you present the proper defense, If you present a proper defense, I will see you are compensated accordingly. After careful consideration, I have selected the jury. There will be two who represent the interest of the Uthgard, two who represents the mercenaries, and my own acolyte Edgar. I felt this was the only way to be fair. If you agree to undertake this case, I can give you the details. Or is there something else you need? Okay, I'll do it. He gave us a book with the details, so I don't want to deal with the case now. Greater Belt of Guiding Light. Immunity to Death Magic, Fear, and some skill bonuses. Frankly, the Death Magic is the only interesting thing, so why would you pay the 90,000 when the 30,000 belt will do the same job? Well, it's not our problem really. Balduran's Armor, 100,000. Charisma bonus, regeneration. It's only 1 point, but it'll probably stack other regeneration abilities quite nicely. Heavy Flail, normal. Yeah, healing potion costs 2,500. In the previous chapter it was 2,000. So Greater Amulet of Health has regeneration ability. Yeah, we're probably going to buy that. Ring of Power, 200,000. It's all our money, and it has freedom, regeneration, and the elemental resistances. So it's basically our current elemental ring and our cloak all tied into one, and in addition to that, regeneration. So it's a bit expensive at the moment, 200,000. It is almost everything we have, but at the same time, I think it's a worthwhile thing to buy. Death Shroud Axe. Massive criticals on hit fear. Yeah, we will get a little bit of pocket change from these. Hopefully enough that we can still make do. I'm buying the power. Really, yeah, the cloak of movement is totally worthless. Mascari Shield, +2 and spell resistance. Boe Family Armor. Pretty much worth 10,000. Power shield +2. Fire resistance. And we have 40,000 gold. 50,000, so yeah. We're not exactly broke. We still have items that basically can possibly be useful in this chapter. Ice Talon. Ice damage, enchantment bonus +2. So we have 75,000. Can I get the better amulet? It's another. Yeah, yes I can. Take it. It's another point of regeneration. It's not a lot, but it is quite nice. Okay. We were told to meet with some kind of a woman. Drinking house. Lillian Cambridge.
About time you showed up. I've been waiting at least 10 minutes for someone to come by and refill my drink.
I'm not here for to fill your drink. I work for Aringen. Ah yes, Brickulaf, hero of Neverwinter. I'd drink a toast to your legendary deeds if my glass wasn't empty. My name is Lillian Cambridge, archaeologist. I'm the North's leading expert in antiquities and ancient artifacts. No doubt Aringen has told you that I've come to offer my rather unique knowledge to aid the cause of the Lord's Alliance. Where can I find the words of power? If it were as simple as drawing you a map, I'd have told Aringen everything I know. You have to remember that the words are thousands and thousands of years old. The creator race that fashioned the words predated even the first Elven kingdoms. Everything I know about them is theory and conjecture upon a foundation of myth and legend. Surely you must know something. I can tell you that there were several words of power created, but they have been scattered throughout the north and lost for countless millennia. All that remain are rumors of where they might have disappeared. Some believe the words were taken by the dragons who dwell in the mountains to the west. Others claim clues to their location may be found in the long deserted ruins far to the south of Fort Ilkard, or hidden to the forest in the north. The truth is, they could be anywhere, though I believe I have learned the location of one of the words, after many years of research and study. Where can I find this word? Before I tell you the location, I need you to perform a task. Something very precious was stolen from me recently. A snow globe I had acquired on behalf of a very wealthy benefactor. If you want me to tell you what I know about the location of the word of power, you'll have to recover that snow globe for me. I can't waste my time looking for a snow globe. I don't think you appreciate the importance of this particular snow globe. There is power locked within that glass sphere. Power we cannot even begin to comprehend. I have spent many years unlocking the snow globe's secrets, and I'm not about to just forget about it. Not when I've finally found a buyer for it. Anyway, the bottom line is this. If you want my help in finding the word of power, you'll have to get my snow globe for me. Where can I find it? I was en route to deliver the snow globe to my buyer when it was stolen from me by an unscrupulous, albeit rather charming, wizard named Nax. From what he told me, Nax was in these parts doing some research of his own. It seems he found a magical entrance to the deserted laboratory of a long-dead wizard somewhere in the Coldwood to the north. I'll bet Nax is exploring that laboratory right now with my snow globe at his side. But if you want to go after him, you'll need his teleportation scroll. Nax told me it was the only way to pass through the magical portal leading to the dungeon. And how did you manage to get your hands on it? I am capable and attractive woman, and I'm not above using my charms to further my archaeological investigations. Nax offered to buy me a few drinks. We got to talking about our respective research. One thing led to another. Afterwards, when Nax fell asleep, I borrowed the scroll and slipped off to have copies made before returning the scroll to his pack. I plan to do a little investigation of this dungeon on my own later on. But while I was out making copies, Nax took my snow globe. I didn't notice until he was long gone. I guess it's my own fault for leaving him asleep in my room. I don't carry a grudge against Nax for what he did. I just want the snow globe back. Deliver it to me and I'll tell you the location of one of the words of power. Ugh, fine. I'll be looking forward to it. I hope you have better luck than the others. So far no one who's gone into the Coldwood after Nax has come back. Ah, of course. Let's get going. At least we have a proper goal to go after. The Coldwood. Probably should rest. We don't have charges in our items. They're getting to be pretty powerful. Is there a smithy here? The trading post has one. I'm basically hoping they might be able to sell the magical skies for us. I doubt it, but...
Hello there.
+3. Can't afford it though. Yeah, I'm ignoring it for now.
Hey, what?
He would be able to do crafting of the weapons, probably with the same forge recipes as at the start of the game. Basically, he can't do anything we're interested in. Ooh, Delvar Vanathar.
Yes? Hello?
I know you. You're a brick killer, right? You're that fighter who's working for Aaron Gent, aren't you? That's right. Who are you? My name is Delvar. I'm a scout working for Aaron Gent. Before he sent me out, he mentioned that Brickilla, the hero who saved Neverwinter from the plague, was working for him now. He told me to keep an eye out for you, but his description didn't really do you justice. Forgive me for saying so, but words can't convey the true physical impact of your odd appearance. Why did Gant tell you to keep an eye out for me? Some time ago, Aringen sent me out to scout the Coldwood. He thought it might help you in your mission if you had some advanced information about the area. This is the only path in the Coldwood, so I set up a little camp here to keep an eye out for you and anyone else working for Aaron that might pass my way. It's the only way I could be sure of getting you the information. So what's the information? I'm afraid I didn't find anything about the words of power themselves. If I had, I would have reported that directly to Aaron pronto. I did stumble across some orc bandits though. Had to watch my steps so that they didn't find me spying on them. And I nearly stumbled over a strange magical portal in the forest. Tell me about the portal. I was scouting around and I stumbled across a clearing filled with shimmering columns of dancing lights. Not really what you'd expect to find in the middle of a forest. I don't know much about magic, but I am a tracker, and I know about paths and hidden passages. I'm pretty sure those columns were marking a magical entrance to some wizard's tower or mage's lab. I haven't heard of any particular wizard who makes his home in the Coldwood, so I imagine the portal leads to somewhere that hasn't been used in quite a while. Okay, we know about this. Don't waste my time. So orcs and a portal. We might as well kill the orcs while we're here. Orcs haven't been really a proper opponent for us for a long time. I doubt these are any exception. Fire... Orc fire archer. Yeah, they were totally worth. Yeah, we did closer to 180 points of damage with 3 strikes there. We're still lacking some of the best upgrades that the Weapon Master provides. Coldwood and Wizard. Okay. Why is it a separate thing? Ooh. Well, it could be that the orcs are in the north. It should be good. No, some kind of site here with the orcs. Yeah.
Get 'em!
There isn't much fighting, there's just people being mulched. Why would I accept your surrender? That's ridiculous. Dagger. There's the engraving of an elongated skull, so dagger of long death, without a doubt. So that would be Grimnar's item. Not sure why he needs it. We can't give it to him for a few levels, I guess. That is actually very good, though, because it means we'll at least reach level 15 in this chapter. 17 is really
certain as death itself.
The maximum where we stop getting any really good abilities.
The task is done.
So we don't care about anything about that. With the extra feet we'll probably be able to take weapon specialization for our weapon. That'll increase our basic damage rate. So, that's one of them down. I'm not going to go to the cold wood yet. We'll try to keep focus on the first word of power. At least try to get the snow globe, see what she can tell me about the word of power after that. Cultists. That's encouraging. A leader. Huh. Another journal. All glory to the coming queen of the old ones. Today I had to deal with a traitor in our midst. Jerica was walking beside me as I discussed the possibility of another foray into that cursed dungeon. She was behaving strangely, quiet and introspective. Suddenly she asked me if I thought what we were doing was right. I asked her what she meant, and she hesitantly replied that she was wondering if we should actually be serving the old ones. The Coldwood knew blood that day. I had her stripped and tied between two of the trees. I whipped her myself until the flesh hung from her back in long strips. As I whipped her, she begged for forgiveness and in for her doubt. I was going to let her live, but then she cried out to Ilmater for release. As she muttered her prayer, I cut out her beating heart and burned it as a sacrifice to the old ones. Well, that seems reasonable.
I'm gonna rip your head off and make
Where
it my
cats?
puppet.
But these aren't dangerous. Well, there might be another level that is important to us, because we could get our fourth attack around. So, we're not gonna get all that many levels anymore, but a lot of power can be concentrated in those few levels. And we aren't exactly struggling with the enemies now either. Rather, the exact opposite. There's very few fights worth of note. Most of it's just farming through a lot of trash.
The Silent Lord take you!
There goes the portal. Wizard Dungeon. It doesn't look all that large of a place. Sizable, certainly, but not a massive site.
Death comes for us all! The task is done. Death and damnation! The task is done.
Pick a direction, any direction, and go. Air elementals. Fire summoning chamber. So new fire elementals keep coming up.
It is certain as death itself.
Not sure if that stops the spawning.
Feel the chill touch of the grave! The task is done.
Okay. Select Devour.
I'm gonna rip your
For
head off
hawks.
and make
So, what was the point of this place? Room filled with monsters for no particular reason, of course. This didn't exactly look like a containment area, it just had a wooden door, no locks in it. Diary page. This appears to be an old and crumbling page from a diary. The mountain witch is no more. I have defeated the hack Nebacha in a summoning duel. I began with a standard opening, the summoning of a feral cat. She countered with the rather predictable conjuring of a large hunting dog to best my feline. I then escalated the proceedings by summoning a great bear to devour her canine champion. Nebacha was not expecting such a bold move. Caught off guard, she summoned a great red dragon, a classic case of panicked overreaction. Needless to say, the worm was enraged at her foolishness and promptly devoured her. Perhaps I should commemorate this victory in a song, something that encompasses the essence of all of the combatants in the duel: feline, canine, ursine, draconic. Nature of water summoning. As I suspected, there are a number of natural pools in these underground chambers that can be easily converted into summoning cisterns. Once I have completed construction of my laboratory, summoning a powerful elemental to do my bidding should be simply require The addition of a slutty tongue to the pool, along with casting of Mills' acid arrow.
It is certain as death the task is done.
More fire elementals. Yeah, fire elementals summoning. More of them. Shadow beams. And why do these rooms exist here? They don't seem well protected, just like the shadows were hanging out here for some reason.
It is certain as death itself the task is done.
Maybe they're trap rooms. They seem to be adventurer corpses. But Ring of Melf's acid arrows, yep. So that's a summoning of an water elemental is probably a must. But for what purpose? I'd like to know the purpose first. Library notes. I believe I have at last unlocked the keys to creating the Staff of Command. As I suspected all along, the key ingredients were a Rakshasa eye, a quartz crystal. However, determining the proper spell to cast on the component once they were combined in my laboratory was not as simple as I had at first assumed. My error came in looking for an obscure solution and missing the stunningly obvious answer right in front of me. Of course, the necessary spell to create the Staff of Command is Dominance. I must remember this valuable lesson. The obvious solution is often the right one, even when dealing with the arcane. That's worthless staff for us. Raids can level drain, I think, or at least ability drain, so I'd like to get rid of them as soon as possible. Oh. Okay, Puma, Winter Wolf, Darbear, Dragon.
The task is done.
Copper ring, of course. Of course, it had to be a copper ring.
The Silent Lord take you!
Two armors. And they're both heavy. It's protecting a snow globe, so that's our goal. So what's the water elemental for?
It is certain as death itself. The task is done. It is certain as death itself.
Boost of speed.
It is certain that the task is done.
Decent equipment. At least now we can afford the +3 skies. And snow globe. Very heavy. Where's the wizard?
Death comes for a
Looks like there's maybe 2-3 rooms still left here.
It is certain as death itself.
Water summoning. Prison. Well, that's our wizard.
Hello.
You there? Yes, you. Would you be so kind as to help me out? I seem to find myself a prisoner here. It's a rather delicate situation from which I cannot extract myself. Who are you? My name is Nax, a wizard whose grasp has somewhat exceeded his reach. I came to explore this ancient laboratory long lost secrets. Like you, I passed through the magical portal in the Coldwood. This is the only possible way to enter this nefarious dungeon. However, I was caught unaware by a rather powerful ward placed upon the portal itself. The brilliant flash of light the ward stripped me of my most powerful magic items, teleported them somewhere within this dungeon, and imprisoned me here in this inescapable cell. It is you all good fortune that I arrived here first, and not you. Had you crossed through the portal before me, it would have been you who triggered the magical ward, and I would be the one on the other side of this wall. But since our positions are not reversed, it is I who must appeal to you for help. So, if you free me from this prison, I will reward you with gold or magic items. I have a certain snow globe of immense power you might find interesting. An extremely powerful magic item I have acquired from a lovely young archaeologist named Lillian. I won't bore you with the tawdry details. I haven't been able to ascertain quite how to unlock the powers of the snow globe. I'm sure Lillian would gladly explain it to you. She'll probably give you a nice reward too. Imagine she's most eager to reclaim her little prize. Probably in the tavern at Veruna's Wells, sulking over its disappearance even now. I already got the globe. You better come up with something else. Yes, right. Well, let me see. Magic items, of course. I'll give you many magic items and gold, lots of gold. Never fear, you will receive your reward once I have been freed. How do I get you out of there? Well, I'm not certain, but I do have a theory. Cyril Lyricus, the long-dead owner of this dungeon, was well known for his skill in summoning various creatures. He was particularly fond of water elementals, or so the legends say. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a magical summoning pool or two in this dungeon. You could use the pool to enact a summoning ritual and call a water elemental. I think it might have the power to release me. Either that, or it would attack you on sight. I'm not really sure. How do I perform the ritual? All you have to do is find the proper reagent, place it into the summoning pool, and cast the appropriate spell on the pool. The only problem is I don't know what the reagent or which spell trick you might have used. Cyril. But you could probably find that information in the library. Cyril liked to keep a detailed records of everything he did. What if the summoning requires a spell I can't cast? Well, I doubt Cyril would have wanted to prepare a spell every time he needed to perform the ritual. Whatever spell it requires, I'll bet there's a ring or two in this dungeon that can cast that spell. Figure out the reagent and the spell, then all you have to do is find the ring. Put the reagent in the pool and zap it with the ring, and presto, one water elemental. Not sure what to do with him.
Death comes for us all!
Well, this is the summoning chamber, without a doubt.
Now you got me, man!
We'll see what the options are with the elemental. I don't think there's much to be gained by the releasing the guy, because we probably have his magic items already, because we looted everything here. we can get something else, all the better. He was promising first and foremost a snow globe too, and we didn't have it. Okay. Who calls to me, and for what purpose am I summoned to this plane? Ah, so another water elemental is summoned forth to this plane. Tell me, half-orc creature, what would you have of me? Maybe we can summon this multiple times too. I mean, it'll just take a slot time. So, we can free the enchanter or get a magical item. I'll take the magical item. If we want to find another tongue, we'll just resummon him, then free an axe. If it pleases you, I can give you something that I brought with me from my home plane. Do you wish this? I cannot tell you what the item will be, but it will be powerful enough to suit you. Yes, yes, give me something magical. Fine then, take the item and now I will take my leave of you. Oh, something that's probably invisibility. Some kind of spell ring anyway. Do we have any more of those tongues now? Yes. Do we have any more charges on that? Shit. Need to rest. There's no point leaving the bad guy in the prison. Our employer wasn't mad at him really. And it doesn't seem like it's a lot of effort for us to even attempt to release him, so I'm a bit skeptical, are we going to actually get anything from him? But yeah, we can't summon it again apparently. Well, tough luck. I gave it an honest shot, so now I didn't see any indication of why it wouldn't have worked multiple times. I mean, why would he describe a ritual that would have been a one-time thing and totally worthless? I don't know. Do I do this? Oh, mission successful. No, let's get rid of the loot already. Don't want to drag it with me. It seems like we're getting quite a lot of magical items at this point. Half plate +2, +3. Boots of speed. Is 8,000 the maximum amount you'll pay for anything? Ring of Invisibility. We have potions that do this. I think we have quite a few of them. There's 10. So yeah, I don't think that's a problem. What I'm going to do is go and buy the better skies immediately. A little bit of extra damage, a little bit of extra chance to hit, and it might penetrate certain defenses we otherwise could not.
Hello there.
There's always a chance we might get a better one immediately, but there's a chance we might not. Nice looking sky anyway. Okay. Might as well report our success with the orcs too.
Greetings!
I have Vath's head. Well, I guess Vath won't be cutting off our supply lines anymore. I think I'm going to mount his head on a stake right outside the barracks. It's good for morale and all. Here's the posted bounty for this blasted bandit's head. 500 gold pieces. Take it. I consider the money well spent. Two, snow globe. Tell me about the word power.
Welcome back! I hope your search for my missing snow globe is going better than my search for a decent glass of wine in this place.
Not that I don't keep trying. Excuse me. Perhaps I should slow down. It wouldn't do to get tipsy now, would it? I got the snow globe right here. Let me see it. I must examine it to be certain this is the snow globe that was stolen from me. Yes, this is it. The snow globe Knack stole from me. Well done. How to put it somewhere safe. She mutters something and the globe vanishes. It's gone. Never fear. I have merely transitioned the snow globe to its pedestal in my room here at the inn, using the command word. Had I done this before, Nax could not have stolen it from me. But it seems I was a little tipsy that night. The wine was somewhat stronger than I anticipated. Now, as I promised, I will tell you how to find the word of power. The key, as you may have already guessed, is the snow globe itself. I have researched the snow globe in great detail, and I've discovered something rather interesting. Within the glass globe, there exists an entire miniature world, a real world with real living creatures. How is that possible? It boggles the mind, doesn't it? Think of the magic involved in such a process, bending realities of time and space, constricting them into something the size of a fist, and then encasing it in an indestructible sphere of glass. If the ancient texts and documents I have researched are accurate, someone has hidden one of the words of power inside the miniature world. So how can I get it out? Based on my research, you actually have to go inside the snow globe and retrieve it. There doesn't seem to be any other way to get the word out. Okay, let's get to it. The snow globe is on its pedestal in my room. Second door to the left at the top of the stairs. If you're determined to go inside, all you have to do is touch the globe and will yourself in. If you want to go after the word of power, be my guest. Just head on up to my room wherever you feel ready. But I'm washing my hands of this whole affair. It's way too dangerous for my taste. I just wanted to get my snow globe back, and now that I have, I intend to celebrate with several glasses of this tavern's best vintage. That wine went right to my head. That's strong stuff. On your way out, let the bartender know I'm ready for another round. Yeah, we'll leave the drunken hag there on his own. She's probably right about it being very dangerous, though. Second door on the left. So I doubt it's quite as simple as just going in and taking out. Doesn't matter. I'm sure whatever it is, we're ready for it because it was the first thing Aaron guided us towards. So it's like the goblin and orc hills in the previous chapter. We should not really have any real trouble of figuring this one out.